I am really, really confused right now. I'm pretty sure I don't have dementia. But I was preparing something for Tissue Box channel, this idea that I had, and it made me look inside my passport. And I was looking inside my passport, and I have like many of my old passports here. Okay, these are all of my old passports. And before I tell you exactly what happened, I just dropped it. Very professional. Okay. Let me just lay this out. So I don't know if any of these numbers are important. I'll just hide the top one just in case. But this is my passport. This is what I look like when I went to Japan. First of all, I look like I'm not ready to go. I really don't look like I'm ready for Japan. All right. This passport I had since 1984 until 1989. And what I was doing was calculating days. My first idea was, how many days have I been alive? I thought about this and I looked it up. And I've been alive for, this is my 16,383rd day. It doesn't seem like a lot. 16,000 days? That's it? That's crazy. Anyway, so I was looking here and I was just trying to find the date that I first went to Japan, which was, I think, it was around 4,000 and some days, which I was looking at after my birth. And I was looking, and so my visa was issued February 26th, 1985. It even was renewed, it looks like, in Sapporo. My passport went all the way to Sapporo in 1985. But my arrival in Japan appears to be, I thought I had it here. Let's see here. Oh no, I'm sorry. You know, I actually have no idea. I have no idea. I found my first immigration stamp. Now I'm doing something different. But it was 1985, one of these things. There's so many, like, stamps for me leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. 91, 89, here we go. March 1985, March 4 at Narita. This might be it. March 4. Does that make sense according to what I just looked at? That makes a lot of sense. March 4th, 1985. Okay. It looks like my first trip to Japan. Okay, I've got to revise this because it's actually earlier than I thought. That's it. Okay, anyway, not important. March 4th, 1985. Let me do the math. 30 million years ago, I think, is the, if I carry the 5, see, 85, 95? Is it 85, 95? 2005. 2015. 33 years ago. 33 years ago, in March, I went to Japan. Now, I am going to talk about something that shocked me because I was looking for these dates. I'm going to just keep that open. So this is my passport. Again, that's what I looked like. Don't look too much of like the astute student there, right? Like, I'm just 12 years old. Who knew I was going to become a guy wearing a pig hat on the internet teaching you, making a tissue box channel? Who'd have known? This kid had no clue what was coming. All right. Now, this kid only had this passport until 1989. So, doing the quick math, until I was, so I can carry the 10. If I carry the 10, let's see, it's born in 72, 82, 17. If I carry the 10. So 17 years old was when I relinquished this passport. Now, I was still with my father. Okay, we're getting to the part that I found. Like, I'm gonna have to go through here and look at every date. I want to know how many times I went in and out. I want to know, but I don't, and I don't have the time to do this. Okay, now this is 17-year-old George. Okay. Also, if was on YouTube, might have been more famous because he's kind of handsome here. I would say have a good look. This I have until 2002. This is because I'm no longer a minor. This is my 10-year passport. Okay, so this goes up until actually through my marriage, even because I got married. Anyway, now in this time, I visited Germany. I visited Taiwan. I visited France. Now, I don't know those exact dates, but they seem much closer in my mind. But what freaked me out, this freaks me out, this is why I'm doing this video, I didn't mean to go so long, I apologize, is this page right here, okay? So this page right here, because I was wondering what was my first time in Taiwan, because I went a few months ago, right? Maybe 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I was in Taiwan. And I thought the first time I had been is when I was 17. That's what I had claimed. So I was wondering, let me check when I went. So I'm looking, and I just want to show this page again. What's wrong with this page? These right here are entry permits for Taiwan. And these right here, this one and this one, are exit stamps. That means I'm feeling like Tana Mongeau. Right now, I'm literally totally freaking out. Totally. So it seems like I've been to Taiwan twice prior. How? How was I there twice prior? I don't understand. Okay, wait a minute. I'm getting a little bit more of an understanding here. Hang on. I'm getting a little bit more of an understanding. Okay, so first of all, let me just show you again. There are dates on here. Let me look at these dates. Because this might not even be the right one. Hang on. Give me a second. No, this is the right one. Okay. In 1997, on October 18th, I went to Taiwan. But I departed the next day. What does that mean? Transit? But there's no way I was in Taiwan for just a day. And normally, if you have a flight out, you leave the same day. So that one I don't understand. But that's 1997, which means, what does that mean? I was 15. I was 15. Wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute. No. 72, carry the 13. 72 to 92. Wait a minute. 72 to 92, that's 20. Yeah, I'm 25 here. I'm not even a kid. I'm 25 here. And actually, it's before my birthday. I'm 24. So it wasn't 17 when I went. It was 24 when I went. And apparently I was there one day. I don't understand. Don't remember. Have no recollection. Then the next time I go is June 3rd. I'm admitted June 3rd. And I leave 2 days later. I don't understand what's happening. There's got to be another one in here. Because I was in. Wait, okay, let me double check something. Is ROC Taiwan? It's not China, right? So, yeah, okay, no, these are simplified. These aren't simplified. These are the ROC must be Taiwan. Okay, now the thing is, by the way, I went to Germany in 97. 97. I was 25 when I went to Germany. Germany was awesome. I didn't mean for this to be just a memory lane thing. Actually, I did mean, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why do I have 2 German stamps for the same day? Oh, look at that. That's kind of cool. So one is an in. This is leaving with the arrow out. And this is the coming in. That's actually very German, I would say. It seems very efficient. I like that. But even then, it looks like I went in and left the same day, which isn't true. I stayed in Germany for many days. Okay, now I gotta find when I was at Computex. Here's Nice. This is me arriving in Nice, in France. I did all of my traveling when I was young, I guess. That's 2004? Hang on. When did I go to Taiwan and stay? Okay. Let's investigate. Okay, here's dates. Here's dates of me arriving in Japan. September 1st, 1992. February 12th, 1992. March 13th, There it is! There it is. ROC. 3rd time! Mind triple blown! 3rd time before I officially went to Taiwan in my mind. Okay, this one is... I arrived on June 2nd, 1997. This means in 1 year almost, or within a 1 year period, I had been there 3 times. June 2nd, 1997, I arrive. I leave on the 8th. I was only there 6 days. That lines up. Now, if we do a little bit of investigative journalism, okay, if we do a little bit of investigative journalism here, and get rid of all these things, and we're gonna investigate. We're gonna do I don't know what we're investigating, guys. Maybe because I have zero recollection of my life. We're gonna investigate Computex 1997. That's when I have claimed that I was there. Oh my God, that seems like so long. June 3rd. Look at this great website. June 3rd, 1997. The largest trade show in Asia was launched today in Taiwan. Okay, I was there interpreting. Now, I arrived the day before, June 2nd. So that's it. And I was 24 years old. 24. I spoke, of course, no Chinese, but I'm questioning my existence. I don't understand how I don't remember 2 more times. It must have just been connections or something, but I never remember being in Taiwan, except for that one trip. So confused. And there they are. So there's... You know what it looks like? Hang on. Because it's literally... That same year, I was there again in October. And then 1 year later from the first Computex, I was there. I arrived on the 3rd. I left on the 5th. I went to 2 Computex. Computex 1998. Come on, CNN. Computex. Come on, Taiwan. I'm Taiwan on with my friends. We're going to be Taiwan on here. Computex. 19... Was there not a 1998? Computex. 1998 dates.
I don't know that one.
I wasn't asking you, but I appreciate you helping me. Alexa, what date did Computex in 1998 start?
I don't know that.
Didn't think so. Here we go. The date. isn't showing up. It's so long ago that the date is not showing up in history and figures. Okay? Okay. I've got to figure this out. Computex 1998. This is an important... This must remain... Okay. Here we go. Okay. June 2nd through the 6th. I arrived on the 3rd and left the 5th. I went to Computex twice. Do you understand how fallible? American memory? My memory is complete crap to remember that as one event. I'm just gonna flip through here. Make sure I didn't go like to Antarctica or something. What is this? That's Mexico. That's Mexico right there. I remember that. Mexico and Germany. I went there. These are all interpreting jobs. But I don't see dates or anything on that. Now, my passport after this, let's see what happened to, George Trombley became an old man. Here, let's see. Let's compare here. So here we have, this is, as we said before, let's see, February of 92 would mean actually this is not 17 years old George. This is 19 years old George. So that's 19-year-old George, okay. Now, let's compare him to the next passport guy. This is 10 years later. 29-year-old George, significantly worse for wear. Significantly worse for wear. I am no longer this cute little guy. 29, right there. Let's see what happened to 29-year-old George that I don't remember where I went. Let's just see if there's anything in here. Mind is blown. Oh, man. I didn't go to England until like 2 years ago. All right. Well, look at this. It looks like Narita got stickers at one point instead of having those dumb stamps that are hard to read. All right. Oh, yeah, it's all stickers now. That's back in this time. I don't know what it is now. Probably hologram stickers or something. 2004, 2006, 2005. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, no other countries. It's all Japan. Like, literally, everything is Japan. Every single page is Japan. All Japan. That's it. Oh my god, all I did was Japan. When? I guess I didn't go anywhere. I did go to Canada at one point, but that must be on my current passport. Okay, there's that. There's that. There's that. There's that. That's it. There's no more. This is a very thin passport. It feels thin. Now all of them have these chips, but even this one feels a lot thinner. There you have it. Mind blown. So apparently I've been to Taiwan 4 times. I can count that. Because I have to count the one where I went the other day. And I look over, this is the thing, and I look over into the chat to see if anyone has any interesting comments, and it's LOL, soccer and football are the same thing. You guys don't care. Sorry. Why do I stream? And there's 63 people here, and I've wasted it. I've wasted it with me not remembering I went to Taiwan. You guys fell into a clickbait title, and you stayed for it. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Missed you guys. All 63 of you. I am on Polyglot George, right? I'm not on... That's a lot for Polyglot George. And we lost some. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm not going yet. Congratulations on all my travels. Sarah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. But I can't believe when I started this, I thought I had been twice before I went. Turns out it was 3. And it turns out what I thought was a one-time event was a 2-time event. Now I'm debating when I dated that Taiwanese girl. There was this Taiwanese girl, right? I was at the booth every day, right? I was a Japanese to English interpreter in Taiwan with this Japanese company. They had infrared modules, okay? No, wait. Was that them? Yeah, it was Computex, it had to be. Infrared modules. And every day this really cute Taiwanese girl walked by the booth. Like every day. I think she was an interpreter too. I don't know, but she was working at the booth like diagonally from me. And every day I would be like, keep in mind, let me just point this out. This is a very important part of the story. I was this guy. I was handsome American man. I'm not this guy, and I'm not even the other guy that we just showed you, right? I'm, hey, nice to meet you. Yeah. I'm gonna be one day tissue box person. It's gonna be amazing. We should hang out. So every day I watched her go by. It seems I was only there 6 days, so I moved pretty fast. I moved really fast. Actually, I didn't move at all because she approached me one of those days. Don't know which one. She came up to me and asked me, would I like to go see a rock and roll band? Was something to the equivalent of what she said. But you can't trust my memory. She might have said, do you want to go see a movie? But I'm pretty sure it was a rock and roll band because that's where we went. We met at the Sheraton Hotel. Now, hang on. Let me just do a little bit of research here. Let's do a little bit of research. I think this is the better one here. We're going to go Taipei 101 completion date. Because Taipei 101, in my memory, was still being made. Completion date. Okay? We've already established this was... I didn't remember what date it was. It was the exact date. Let's see here. Just in case. Okay, so it was just 27th. 1997. Completion date. Here we go. Let's see the completion date. Completed in 2004. Okay? All right. Which, wow. That was a long time. Let's see. When did it begin building? When did they start? Starting in 99. Which means I am a liar. I am a complete liar. Because there's no way I was there when they were constructing it. I freaking lied to you all. I'm going crazy. I swear to God, people were telling me they were building Taipei 101 there. It was going to be the largest building in the world. Hang on, let me just... Started in 1999. Oh my God. Guys, I don't understand. I've been there. I finally went there. I never went there because it wasn't built when I went, right? You know what though? It's very possible that in 1998, October when I went, they already knew about the plans. That's my guess. Because memory is one thing, but I remember that. I don't know what to do, guys. Okay, so anyway. Is there a Sheraton near there? I remember in my mind it was a Sheraton. Sheraton. Because that's where the band was playing. Sheraton Grand Taipei Hotel. We're just doing some investigated memory journalism. I recommend you do this yourself if you have something that shows dates. Go back 20 years. You kids don't know this, but us old people. View of Taipei 101. No. We're just going to go to Google Maps. We're going to go to Google Maps. Okay, here's here's that. Okay. Now where's Da'an? Yes. Okay, now Da'an. I remember I wanted to stay there. Okay. So this is, where is Taipei 101? Where? Okay, let's see. Let's do some directions from Taipei 101. Please be super close. Okay, it's close enough. It's 5 kilometers. Is that close enough? My memory is that maybe there's a Hilton. I don't know. Okay, well, there you go. Don't trust my memory. It's completely utter garbage. When I went back to Japan for my series Return to Japan, I went back to all of my old haunts, and I was like literally lost. Oh my God. I didn't remember where I stayed for like 3 months, or it wasn't even 3 months, it was 6 weeks, if it was even that. Maybe I was only in Japanese school for a day. Hell, my memory doesn't mean anything. But when that part of the video eventually gets released, you'll see what I'm talking about. I was completely in the wrong area, and I remembered the name of the doctor, the hospital where I was at. I stayed at a hospital. I stayed at a doctor's house, which was attached to a hospital, which was true. I did remember that much. A lot of things I did remember, which surprised me. But then there's other parts that are like, wow, there's no way this is where it was, you know? But anyway, you'll find out. Memory is very untrustworthy. But here's what I think I remember about this date. So it's really only maybe 3 shots in my brain. 3 like shots. Number 1, she came in a beautiful white one-piece dress, and it was sleeveless. It was beautiful. And her hair, I remember, I believe at the convention was maybe braided back, but she had let it all out. She was so beautiful to me. I was really, honestly, if what had happened hadn't happened, I would be married to a Taiwanese woman now. I'm very, very certain of this, okay? Now, we sat down and I ordered probably a Coke because I wasn't doing Diet Coke yet. It was probably a Coke. I still loved Coke. I have one memory of Taiwan on the way out that I just now remembered before I continue this. I went to Burger King on the way out because Taiwan felt very foreign to me and I didn't want to eat any Taiwanese food or Chinese food, or forgive the political problems there for me calling Taiwan. I was on Taiwan Island in China. Anyway, I ordered a double cheeseburger, which is what I used to always get at Burger King. This was my thing. And there was tomatoes on it, or I added tomatoes. And this is my memory. They were green. They were like completely raw. And I didn't know if they screwed up or if that's just how they did it in Taiwan. No idea. Maybe you can tell me. Anyway, so she comes to the Sheraton Hotel. I believe that's where it was. There was a rock band. And they were playing, and I got my Coke, and we're talking a little bit. And she's really beautiful. And my memory, I literally have zero memory of what I would have said to her. What could I have said at that age? I was dumb. Almost as dumb as I am now, but I probably had better memory back then. But then she's like, do you want to dance? I'm like, absolutely. I don't know how to dance, but you're beautiful. I'm going to try to dance with you. And I got up, and she did this move where she was up like this and up like this and reveals a lot of armpit hair. So much armpit hair. And I'm not saying like I was Mr. Stud Muffin and I had all these amazing girls, but I had enough girls to know most girls in Japan, at least every girl that I had seen in Japan, shave their armpit hair. So for me, I was disgusted. I literally had never seen a girl with armpit hair in real life. And it wasn't even trivial. I'm sure in Taiwan, they all shave it now. It's got to be. That was 1997. Certainly that trend didn't stay, but she didn't have any. So that's my second memory. First memory is, I have maybe 4 shots, like I said. 1, I saw her at the convention. 2, we're drinking at the table. We're drinking. I have this motion with her and armpit hair. And then we're in a taxi heading back somewhere. I don't know where. Heading. And I remember I had a really fantastic hotel room. And she says to me, and I don't remember that hotel at all. She says to me, by the way, I'm not the kind of girl that would go up to your hotel room. Which I now know as a man means that she wanted to go to my hotel room. I now understand that. And but I wasn't going to. And I said to her, don't worry, I'm not the type of man that would bring a girl to his hotel room. I said that to her because she had armpit hair and it was disgusting. Unless I did bring her to my hotel room and I had amazing sex with her and I just don't remember. I mean, I don't remember. I'm now starting to debate. Do I remember every girl I've ever been with? Do I remember? I don't know. I'm really starting to question. Like there's this one flower girl. There's this one flower girl named Noriko that I think I could easily forget, but I don't. I do remember her because I got caught with her. I got caught with her. I don't think I've ever told this story. If I have, excuse me, but I don't remember telling this story. I had met, this is going to sound weird. I met these Israelis on the street in Japan or in McDonald's, one of the two. I'm sure I'm mixing these memories. I met these two Israelis, a couple, and they were selling paintings on the street. I believe we met them in McDonald's. I say we, but it was me. And they were like a really cool couple, and they were living in their car. And I remember thinking, oh man, I lived in my car for a while. When I first went back to Japan, I lived for, I'm going to say 7 years. I lived for 7 years because that memory is probably as accurate as my actual. I go, well, I lived for 6 weeks in my car, which is what I was going to say, but maybe it was 2 days. I don't remember. That's my point. I don't remember things. But I did live on the beach for a while. And I felt like, hey, I remember how rough that was. I have an apartment. Why don't you come stay with me? So they stayed with me for a while. Okay. And they introduced me to their friend, Noriko, who was this cute girl that worked at the flower shop, which had a phone number of something like this, Hachi Hachi Yoshi Hana Hana. Okay, I remember that for some reason. It ended with Yoshi Hana Hana or Hana Hana. I don't remember. You know, you can take Japanese numbers and make words out of them. I remember that. It was in Hachinohe City. Maybe we can do some investigative journalism and find out. I'm sure they're gone now. Anyway, I don't remember all the sequence of events, but I had her in my apartment. By the way, I want to point out I was dating Yoko at this time. Yoko was my 17-year-old girlfriend. I think I was 18. I was only less than a year older than Yoko. And I have Noriko in my futon. She's literally with me in bed in a one-room apartment. And we were done. I'm going to give you more information here. This is where I learned Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in Japanese, because we were done having the adult time and it was near Christmas and she was teaching me Makka no o hana no tonakai-san wa itsumo minna no warai mono demo sono toshi no Christmas no hi Santa no oji-san wa iimashita. I learned that from her there. And we were repeating it over and over and over again. Naked. I was naked. And at one point, I was like, okay, that's good. I learned the song. And I said, and I started to try to put my underwear back on, right? Keep in mind. I just want to point this out. We're talking about this guy, not this guy. This guy, much more handsome. So I remember I'm trying to put, by the way, I'm in shorts. I just want to point this out. I'm not naked. Okay, just want to point that out. So I'm trying to put my shorts on, right? And she takes her foot and she kicks in between my legs and pushes them back down. Wouldn't let me get my shorts back on. I remember this. It was fun. It wasn't like, she wasn't like being, nowadays I'd be very traumatized and I'd probably have to, she'd be in jail right now. So it was maybe 2 minutes later, someone opens my door. It's Chris. Chris was my best friend at the time. Chris had a key to my apartment and he knew where Yoko lived. And he picked her up. My other friend Ian and Yoko, 3 of them showed up to me with a girl in my futon and I'm completely naked. And it's a one-room apartment. Like the door is here and my futon is here. And I said the classic line, "It's not what you think it is." Now, if I wanted to lie and make the story more fun, I would say, it's not what you think it is. I was just learning how to sing some Japanese Christmas songs. Now I I don't remember. That was not the end of me and Yoko. That was not the end. I basically made it look like Noriko wouldn't let me, like I fell into it. She was young and naive, and she believed it. And I don't remember what I said, but it worked out for the best. Or we broke up. It's possible we broke up. If I could go back in time, I would find out. Because there was a time where we broke up. Look, let's just get it all out there. First of all, I have one more thing to say about Noriko, and then I want to talk about that breakup with Yoko that I eventually had. I don't remember what caused that breakup, but screw it, we're doing it. This is Polyglot George. This isn't Japanese from Zero. We have some story time. Now, Noriko, I guess I was with her for a while, and for some reason, I had a moped at one point. It could have been, it might have been her moped. I really don't remember. The only other time I remember having a moped, I don't remember having this thing. I don't remember having a moped, and I don't know how I had a moped. It probably was hers. We went down to the beach, and she was on the back of my moped. I know it's coincidental that I'm talking about a moped because the next time I probably rode a moped was in Taiwan a few months ago. That's not what I'm talking about. So we're going down to the beach, and we get pulled over by the police because she didn't have a helmet. I don't know if either one of us had a helmet, and there was only one helmet on the bike. She was like, holding on like this, and we were just driving to the beach, and or away from the beach, because I remember I think it was either 2 or 4. I don't remember. We were near the beach. We got pulled over by the cops, and these cops were completely jerks to me. Very rare have I met Japanese policemen be like this, but they were upset, I guess, that I was with a Japanese girl. But I was telling them, I was speaking full-blown Japanese to them, so they were impressed with that, I guess. And I was trying to explain the situation that, we didn't have the helmet. I'm sorry, I didn't know the rules. And they pull up, they look at my passport. Or I don't think they actually looked at my passport because I don't think I had my passport, honestly. Why would I have my passport? I don't think I did. But what they said planted this memory in my mind. They said, we'll stamp your passport persona non gratis, or whatever that means. They literally would have kicked me out of the country. They were really being aggressive with me. And I don't remember how we got out of it. And I swear to God, it's crazy that I did, because Noriko, my Japanese girlfriend, I guess at the time, didn't say one thing. She just was there like this. She looked like she was 5 years old. She looked like I had kidnapped her, and she was like making signals or something to them to. She was like just answering yes and no like this. She didn't say one thing. I mean, in nowadays, that would have been a problem. It's because it was 1990, whatever it was, that I got away with that. Like, I don't know what would have happened nowadays. Like, I would have been deported, honestly. Exactly. Sarah, I can't know if any of this really happened. What if I made this all up and convinced yourself that they're memories for your life? True. I do kind of miss Noriko, though. She was really fun. Anyway. One point, I broke up with Yoko. I'm trying to remember why. I don't remember. I know one time I broke up with Yoko, and another time she broke up with me. And I remember very small things, like when she got out of the car near Hachinohe, on the street somewhere near a bus stop. I let her out of my car. The song Kudo Shizuka, Boya Boya Dekinai was playing. Let me see if I can find Boya Boya Dekinai Kudo Shizuka. This was the song that was playing. Let's see if we can get to it. Probably not. Let me type it in actual Japanese. This is not important. This was never a song by Kudo Shizuka. Oh, this was from another. Here we go. I can't hear it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to get knocked off of YouTube for doing it. Let me just jump ahead. That's it. That's all I can play. YouTube will destroy me. We're done. I'm closing that window. YouTube, I was not I was not. There's my day calendar. I was not listening to that YouTube. You didn't hear that. I did not make that song. No, that is not a plot twist. And also, I am not Kudo Shizuka. I am not her. At one point, I broke up with Yoko. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this with this story because it's dumb. It's dumb that I came to all of these stories from that particular point. I was in Tokyo for a contest. It could have either I went to the Tokyo area from the northern part of Japan, where the military base where I lived near where I went to school. I lived outside of that base, and my school, which was Misawa Edgren High School, Robert E or D. I think it's Robert D. Edgren. Robert D. Edgren High School was my high school, and we were part of the Department of Defense schools, and we had computer programming contests and foreign language festival contests. I went twice to both of those, I believe, or once to the Japanese festival and twice to the computer. I know I went twice to the computer one. Again, it doesn't matter. This is why old people go, I remember it was Jerry Thompson Smith. And they know the name really well, but then they don't remember any other dates. They don't remember any other part of the story. Or what? I was visiting for one of those contests, and my friend Chris, who had priorly screwed me over bringing Yoko to my apartment, I was a bad boyfriend. Let's just call it what it was. I was in Tokyo, and Chris was staying there randomly at another thing with a soccer player that he was on some sort of famous soccer team, and I don't remember how that all worked out, but Chris loves soccer, and he was staying in this guy's apartment, this Brazilian guy or something, I don't remember. And that night, me and Chris hung out, and then I went over to hang out with Chris, and I was at that apartment, right? And the soccer guy, who was really cool, had like sponsorship and everything, he was like a really cool dude, he had this really beautiful Japanese girlfriend named Yoshie. And Yoshie was there, and the soccer guy had to do something early in the morning, so he went to bed, and he's like, hey guys, whatever you need, what's mine is yours. He literally went to bed saying that. I hope I didn't make that part up. What's mine is yours. And I think, to me, that meant you can have this girl, this guy, this young, handsome, virile guy, you can have this girl. She was beautiful. And we were watching the movie Misery, and I was laying on the floor, and she was laying on the floor, and I just remember I started getting touchy-feely with her. More and more, I was getting touchy-feely with her. Oh, man, hang on. I'm not even joking. Like, right now, remembering how awesome that was, I'm getting excited. I don't mean that excited. I mean, like, my heart is beating fast. So, I remember... I miss my childhood. She was so beautiful. And anyway, I touched her upper area, and then I went to touch her lower area. Sorry, this is inappropriate. And she said, "Ashita." She said, "Dame ashita." Shh. She said, "Tomorrow." And I'm like, all right, we'll meet again tomorrow. So that night I stopped because I'm a gentleman, and she told me to stop. And we planned to meet up the next day. Now, if I could remember anything about this next day that isn't a lie, I remember that the apartment was, I believe, in Gotanda, and we met at some Y station on the Yamanote line. There was a bar called Roxy Bar. We met at some Y station. I don't remember the name. It started with a Y. Okay, let's do some investigative journalism before I finish this story. Okay, we've got Yamanote Sen no Eki. Here we go. Let's look at the Yamanote Sen Ekis. Yoyogi? No, I don't think it was Yoyogi. Can I get this bigger? Can I get... Oh, here we go. Okay. Can we get a bigger one? Okay. There's Gotanda, so not Tamachi. Yurakucho. We met at Yurakucho. Let's see if there's a bar named Roxy in Yurakucho. Let's see how bad my memory is. Yurakucho Bar Roxy. Let's type that in English. Roxy. International Bar Roxy. in Yurak. Missing. Nope. Okay, here we go. Where is this? What is International Bar Roxy? But it's not that station. I mean, I don't know if we were at that station, but that bar does exist. Let's see where that bar exists. Let's look on a map. This doesn't look right. I've never heard of the station Auto. Of course, this is 20 billion years ago. Actually, how many years ago is it? It could be almost 30 years, almost. Darts Cafe Iwao. Is this even in Tokyo? Where are we? Well, that's a Dachi and Edo. We are definitely in Tokyo. Okay, let's see. Let's get directions. Yurakcho Eki. That it seems too far. It just seems way. There's no way. There's no way it was that far. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I remember it being a place named Roxy. I remember we went there. We met there, and we were talking about a variety of things. But the only thing I remember is at one point she cried, and I am so weak to crying women. I have always been weak to crying women. The only reason I'm married is my wife cried one day. That's it. Not true. Made that up completely. But I am weak to crying women. And she cried for some reason. And I remember, this is another thing that girls always like to say, by the way. By the way. You're just the kind of guy I'm looking for. I'm sure not everyone hears this, but at that we have to remember. We just keep this in context. Keep it in. Can I just put this up on the screen? Can I just take a picture? It's this guy. It's not some other guy. It's this guy. So I'm a decent looking guy. I'm not fat. I speak Japanese. I'm funny enough, at least at this time. So she said something about she was crying because she was happy that she met finally me. And I was weak to that, and I didn't know what to do. So we went to a love hotel. And we played some adult games. But I remember, I forgot a very important part of this story. Before I went to Rakucho to meet her, I told Chris what had happened the night before, because he had fallen asleep on the couch. And I said, I'm going to meet with Yoshie tomorrow. And he said, no, you're not, unless you call Yoko up and tell her that you've met someone. Because I was still dating Yoko, because I'm a horrible human being. And I remember, I don't know why this part of the memory is there, but either we called from a hotel lobby or the embassy lobby. I don't remember. Why would we be in the embassy? I don't know. And no, keep in mind, we didn't have phones to call. So I called Yoko. I called Yoko's number. And I've talked about this on a stream. I learned a very valuable word this day in Japanese. I said to her, "Dareka to atta." I met somebody. And she said, "Dare?" And I said, "Onna to aimashita." I met with a woman. And she said, "Saite," which means most low. Most low. I was the lowest. Saite. I remember that. Anyway, I met with, I'm going to, again, this is the end of my last story. I met with Yoshie. We went to a love hotel. We did things. And then I remember she had a very bad sunburn, and I was pulling skin off of her back at one point. I remember this very weird part of the story. She was definitely one of those girls that had tans. She was a very tan girl. I have a picture from that trip, actually. Hang on. There is a picture from that trip. I have an Osaka Yui shirt on. Let's do some investigative journalism. Hang on. This is gonna be rough. I don't know if I'll be able to find this. But I do have a program that I've mapped all of my hard drives out. So there is a picture called George JPEG, I remember. It's like me in a Japanese high school uniform or something like that. Here's young George. Young George. Let me find young George. Let me find me some young George. Let's find some young George in here. Yeah, young George. Where is this? I gotta find one that's still available. Let's profile pic. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just being very cautious right now. We're gonna open this in Explorer. We're gonna double check. We have sad George and young George. This is not young George. This is not, for the record, guys, let me just show you this. This is not young George. This is George after a hot spring in 2012. I just looked very good here, and I took this photo, and it felt like young George. This is me in a, you see I have the Psy shirt on? This is me in Korea in 2012 after I went into a sauna. And I just think I look really good, and that's why I named, this is not the right one. Okay. That's a bust on that one. Let's see what else we got here. Young George, here we go. This is young George. Oh, this might be very young. Hang on. Young George. This is, what is this? Young George. Okay. Wow. Yeah, this is very young George. This is indeed. This is me right here. It's a very low-res photo. This is actually one of the language contests, I believe. This is me here with all this hair. Very thin, as you can see. Let's see, there's this guy and this guy. There's two guys in this picture. This is Jesse Maselli. This is, again, I'm that old guy. This is, oh gosh, hang on, this is Brenda. Brenda was my arch rival. My arch rival, Brenda. Brenda Herron was her name. She was half Japanese, and I remember she beat me in a language contest. I believe it might have been this one. And I did not think it was fair that a half Japanese person had to compete with a full American person in this contest. Okay? I don't remember this kid. He's not important. I'm in the middle of this picture. Makes me the most important person here, I just want to say. Okay. This is, her name was Mari, actually. She's another half Japanese girl. I think I met her a few years later here in Vegas. This is, I know her name. I don't remember right now, though. This is Bud Wood's sister. Honestly, I'm sure if someone from my high school saw this, they'd be like, how do you not remember blah, blah, blah? And I remember this is some other girl, the sister of some other girl named Keisha, who I really thought was really hot. And Keisha was a full redhead. All right. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what this girl's doing. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing. Oh, look, I have headphones on. Let's investigate. I have headphones on. So I used to always listen to my Walkman. I had a Sony Walkman. I wish I had a higher resolution photo than this. And obviously it looks like I won something because I have this. You can see there's like flags on it. You know? It's the International Language Contest or something like that. Look at the hair back in these days. Oh, E.T. Oh my God. E.T. is the movie. E.T. is the movie. Hang on. We can find out what year this is. Hang on. Hang on. We're going to do some investigative journalism right here. All right. E.T. When? What? Let me get out of Japanese mode. When was E.T. released? Here we go. 1982. It makes sense. I had been in Japan for 10 years in 82. Wait. No, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I would have been 10. So this picture, okay, that's big. And that's ET. But you know what? You know what? We have to remember this. This is the military air base. They only had one movie theater. And a lot of times they would run older movies. This is back before you could really like watch them on VHS very easily. So let's go back. Let's go back. When was Big released? That's Tom Hanks' Big released. 88. So we've moved up in time now. 88 seems more logical. 88, I would have been about 16, right? Almost 16. So it's probably maybe a year or so after this is what I'm guessing. All right. And I'm pretty sure this is maybe Yokosuka. It's either Yokosuka or Yokota Air Base. This is not Misawa because we wouldn't be in front of the Misawa movie theater. That would make no sense. Michelle Hart. That's who this is, Michelle Hart. Michelle Hart. I'm pretty sure Michelle Hart is still on Facebook. Let's do some investigative journalism. Michelle Hart. Okay, wow. Let me just actually go to my Facebook. I'm pretty sure I'm friends with her. Michelle Hart. Ah, she got married. Okay, yes, I am friends with her. She's in Florida now. That's her. There you go. Look, I remembered something. She's also half Japanese. I don't know who this is. I'm just showing a lot of private things. Probably should not be doing this. Let's get out of this. Okay, we're done. Okay, all right. Again, we're looking for a picture of me on that trip. I think if I look up UE JPEG, I'm gonna find it, because I do have pictures of my bedroom from that era. Before, okay, we got UE1. Let's see here. Let's open. This might be actually Asaka Yui though. Let's open this up. Oh my God. Okay, we got some. Okay, let's go through this. Let's go through this. This right here. So this is Asaka Yui. She's the reason I learned Japanese. Really, I loved Asaka Yui. Okay, we talked about her in a video recently. Here's some more videos of Asaka. Here's some more. This is a single CD, by the way. All right. Now, this is me from the yearbook, winning a it says the after effects of an extremely large skin blemish. Oh, this is classic. This is classic Trombley right here. Let me make sure that we're in the classic Trombley. All right. Let's see here. This is, okay, this is, let me do this right. Let me do this properly. I think I can safely just click each one of these pictures open. Shouldn't be a problem. Not too worried about it. This is Aomori Kitako. This is me with that dorky look on my face. There's some of the people that were in that same photo. Okay. This is us being met at the Aomori North High School. And my investigative journalism says it's a little bit after 12. Nope. What does that mean? Is it actually after 1? I can't tell. Okay, anyway, my investigative journalism is not working. And this girl smokes heavily, and that's why there's an ashtray right here on this table. All right, let's keep moving on. This is the same group, Aomori Kitako. They came and visited our school, and I remember they were selling these photos for $1 each, and I bought 4 of them. I think it was Steve Kobler who sold them to me. He took them, and I was like, those are so cool, and I took them. Obviously, why? Not because the girls were cute, because the girls were cute is why I bought them. This one particular girl I felt was very cute. I had a bond with her through the photo. All right. Okay, how many of these did I buy? Okay, here I am. I believe this girl's name was Yoshiko. Nothing ever happened with me, but we were friends. We were friends. This is in my house. By the way, this house no longer exists. When I went to Japan last time, I found out that house has been demolished. But this is Yoshiko. And as you could tell, she was very, very cute. You could tell she probably became very beautiful, I believe. But she's literally Chugakse here. I don't know where I met her or how I met her, but she was a friend of mine. And I don't see a date stamp on this picture, but it's obviously very old. All right. Here's another picture. Oh, I used to remember this girl's name. These are all Japanese friends I had. You can see I'm very young here. This girl's name was Kazuko. I remember that. Or was it her? I don't remember. And the fact that there's some guys in my photo really blows my mind. Why would there be a guy in my photo? But I literally have no more memories of these people beyond this picture and her name being Kazuko. So I know I must have met them more than once. All right. Another, oh man, look at me trying to be cool. I always tried to do these stupid poses for this picture. She's so cute. Look at that. She's just so adorable. Just so adorable. Chugakse is middle school. Yeah, she's probably like 7th grade, 8th grade, 9th grade, one of those. Here we are all hanging out in the bedroom. Now I'm tickling this girl, but this is obviously a young kid that I'm tickling. I am a tickler. I've always been a tickler. These pillows are fantastic. Oh man, where do I know this? This is another Japanese girl. This is, again, Yoshiko. You can see these posters on my wall, which we'll see in a second. This is my bed. We're all hanging out in my bedroom, listening to Japanese music, most likely. Here we are again. I wish I could remember. It would be really, this is me from behind. As you can see, there's no bald spot yet formed. It's a very excellent photo. Proof that I once had hair. And you could tell this very rustic furniture here. Of course I only have pictures with girls. Everyone knows my motivation in life has been girls. Here we go. This is one of my first trips to Sapporo. Very interesting photo considering there is a bunch of Sapporo videos eventually going to come out. But this is Sapporo. I was in this tower just a few months ago again with Jesse, who I believe at this time might not have been born, theoretically. No, he was born. I'd have to do the math on that. No, he was born, but he was like not even 5. And I was there with him and we were shooting a lot of other video. And look at this girl's very high advanced camera we have here. Like this. Is this a guy? Nah, that's not a guy. That's a girl. Okay. All right. For some reason, I'm taking a photo with them. With that face. With that face. That petulant face. Little did I know I'd be talking about this year, this much further in the future. All right, let's move on. This is 92. I'm 19 years old here because I hadn't yet hit my birthday. These were my students in my class. They all look very young, but you know, Japanese people do look young. These are all, class. I was their teacher. I think this little girl, her name was Satomi, but I literally don't remember. She was so damn adorable. And all of the mothers had gotten together and they were paying me to teach all of their kids English. And this is at one of the air show where you could bring everyone on base. So I brought them all on base. This is like some military helicopter that everyone's going into. But I was teaching English to them. Ooh, what is my shirt? I wish I could tell what my shirt said, man. That'd be nice. You guys are lucky nowadays. You have all of these great photos of yourself. I have very, very little great photos of myself. Anyway, look at how cute. Come on, man. Come on. We're a couple of these guys. Look at this little girl. First of all, I want to point out, this girl is now 25 or more. She's 28. Let me do the math on this. Am I doing this right? It's the year 18. No. This girl's like 30 something now. Yeah, this girl is 30 something. Wait, 92. Let me do the math here. 1992. Add 10 years would be 2002, 2012. Okay, I did the math wrong. If I carry the 15, she's 26. She's 26 or more. She's probably 28. She's getting near 30. How crazy is that? Oh, I remember this girl. She always had this little worried look on her face. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't mean to point this out, but this girl's really trying to... Does she look like she's pushing her breast forward? Looks like she's like proud. Like she just got him like yesterday and she's like, okay, that's inappropriate. We're not going to go there. Here I am selling balloons. I've talked about selling balloons, but I think this might be the only picture I have of me selling balloons. This is Helium. This is helium. That's Sailor Moon. This is the big walking dinosaurs. These walking dinosaurs balloons, they had like weights on them and they would walk. And I sold tons of these. I sold Sailor Moon. I sold Doraemon. There's Doraemon right there. Doraemon. This is like a race car one. I never really looked in the back of this. These stars. Stars were like 500 yen. They were pretty cheap. I think the Sailor Moon was like 800 yen. This was one of my early businesses was selling balloons. I did amazingly well. In my memory, when we had a festival, I would remember making a good $5,000 in one day of sales. It was crazy. Lots of money. Oh, here we go. This is Ian. This is the guy that was one of the guys that came to the house, by the way, with Chris. This is this is that guy that was learning. This is the guy here that was learning how to sing. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Noriko. This is the guy right here. And you see this is my little call out thing because I sold balloons to Japanese people. It's like, "Irashaimase, irashaimase, fusen ga yasaku natte orimasu yo." And when no one was buying anything, I would just go, "Hai, wakarimashita, hai, 800 yen desu, hai." And I would just act like I had sold something, and that seemed to work. Japanese people were totally deceived by that little psychology thing that I did. This girl cute, not so cute, but as you know, I took the cute one. This is how it's always worked. I was very aggressive. I took the cute girl. Honestly, I don't even know who this girl is, but it was just like, do you want to take a photo? But yeah. All right, here we go. This is not a good picture. It's a side shot though. I'm wearing a Japanese school uniform here. This is the time when I went to Japanese school. And I don't know if I actually have the official picture. I seem to not be able to find the original one. There's one of me looking straight on, but here I am. Somehow my dad made me laugh or something. Side memory, I do remember in this cabinet here, there's a lot of chili beef soup from Campbell's, which they eventually canceled. They stopped making it and it bummed me out. I used to eat that all the time. Here's me dancing in that same day from the other photos. You can see some of my room in the background. You can see all these crazy, this is a Asaka Yui poster. That's an Asaka Yui tape cassette, like promotional stand. I would always ask the stores to give me, I would beg for when they were done with that promotion to give that to me. All right. Here's me and my dad. This is the face we used to make a lot. Oh, hey, there's a bonus photo of me here in the background. Very high resolution. It's my dad. I'm not sure how old I was, but look at, we're both showing our chest here like we're hot guys or something. At one point I did have a rat tail too, for the record. Okay, did we already loop back around? Okay, here we go. This is, now this blew my mind when I first saw this a while back, but this is me, obviously. This is 19, I'm 19 here. This is a man, okay, last name Kanedi, and Mr. Kanedi was the first man I did business with in Japan for import-export. This is his brother, and in the video series where I go back to Japan to my old haunts, I meet with this very old lady, Kashiwazaki Fudosan, the Kashiwazaki real estate company, and her name is Mrs. Sugai. It's 1992, we got 1992. This is her. She was so pretty then. I'm blown away. And look at the way she's looking at me. What the hey? I feel like I missed an opportunity here because I was so naive. But anyway, I didn't remember that she was the one that took me here. I was renting an apartment from her. She was the real estate. But yes, there it is. There it is. 1991. It was 1991, August 8th, when I was in Tokyo and I met up with Yoshie. Wow, that was a long story to get to. This was a long story. I apologize. But this is the Tom Cruise, George Trombley with my little jut out tooth. That is a proof that it's me. This is me. This is who she cried about. This guy right here. She was so lucky to meet him. I was 18 years old. 18 years old. Okay. All right. This is my bedroom. This was my bedroom. These are all tapes. These are all Japanese J-pop tapes. I want to point out, there's X. There's Otokogumi, Asaka Yui, Sakai Noriko, Nakayama Miho, Otokogumi, Nakayama Miho. I'm sorry, Watanabe Misato. I said that wrong. But this is before anyone knew about Japan because there was no internet. Nobody knew about these things. These up here are Betamax tapes. These are not VHS. These are Betamax tapes. This is a Betamax. Probably can't see that, but that's a Betamax. What does this say? I don't know what that says. The Surgeon General has determined that fucking with my stereo is hazardous to your health. I read it. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys can see that. Somehow I was able to figure that out. Okay. This is my stereo. By the way, kids, you used to have a stereo. There's tapes in here. And you'd record one song from the other song. This is some sort of Wink tinfoil thing. This is a sake set. I didn't drink, but it's a sake set. And look at the time. It's 10:10. That's cool. I didn't ever notice that before. These are all posters. That's Koizumi Kyoko, Asaka Yui, Nakayama Shinobu, Asaka Yui. And if you remember from that last picture, this poster used to be more over here. Now it's over here. I've moved it. What else? These are Myojo books. These are books on Japanese entertainment. Myojo. That's Asaka Yui on the cover. Maneki Neko. What else we got here? What is this? I don't remember. I'm not sure what that is. But these are, by the way, all like movies that I copied from the Neo Geo. Oh, holy moly! I never noticed this before. That is videos. Those are videos from Neo Geo. And down here is One of these is a Betamax, one of them is a VHS, and I would play the VHS and record back to the Betamax, and then I would put them over here, and I would watch them later on. These are all, oh, there's a pin down here too. I don't know what that pin is. Oh, this is corn potage. I used to always drink corn potage. It's a corn soup. Oh my gosh. Never really looked at the details here. That's a record player up here, by the way, guys. No, the television is not cracked. That's some sort of reflection. It's not cracked, no. This is another Asako Yui stand-up thing for some sort of CD thing. I don't know. And of course, I had this plant that I was growing. And I remember I had it, push pins were pushing it to the wall. They weren't like inside. Oh, there's the plant right there. I never realized it was like right there. Okay, there's the beginning of that plant. And another one right there. Do some analysis here. What's happening? There's my lamp. Good lamp. All right, let's move on. Okay, another angle. These are my guitars. One of them is a Fender Stratocaster. I don't remember what the other one was. This is a Fender Stratocaster. This, I remember, I was driving somewhere with my dad, and they had this up in a Suzuki shop, because Asako Yui was the idol for Suzuki. She had like a sponsorship role with Suzuki. And, hang on. Wait a minute. Oh my God, this album right here? We did this the other day. Oh my God. I have the album still. I don't even know how that's possible. Holy moly. Wow. Like, I literally have none of these other things. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Anyway, I was driving by the Suzuki shop. They not Suzuki shop, but they sold cars. And I went inside and bought this from them for 3,000 yen. I wish I still had it. I would kill to have this, honestly. I would kill to have this. And there's some more, there's the guitar case, there's some more tapes up here, and these are like some magazines or something. There's not a lot more detail in this picture at all. But it's literally taken right at the same time as that other photo. I must have just finished decorating, because I loved like decorating and then taking a photo of it and send. I couldn't send it to anybody, actually. What am I thinking? I would just take photos. Yeah, and I would put them in an album. And somehow I have a scan of this today. And somehow I still have this album right here. Oh, here we go. Different day. This is the most gay photo I have. This is why I'm 7% gay, this photo right here. But I'm copying my Asako Yui here. By the way, most of everything you see up here, a lot of this is Asako Yui. That's Nakayama Shinobu. This is a... I actually stole this off of a store. This is a iced tea, like... There was this tea shop, and I remember I stole this. Yeah, it was. But this is Rebecca. This is also Rebecca up here. Nakayama Miho. I love you. Is that okay? This is something from the Philippines that I asked my dad if I could have. I don't know why. Oh, there it is. That's... Okay. It's actually iced coffee. This iced coffee thing used to be part of this, if I remember correctly. It was like a below it, and I cut it off. It was either the top or the bottom. I took this from some sort of, like, kisaten. Wow. Oh, there's my keyboard. Oh, I didn't even realize that. That's a keyboard I used to have. And my fanny packs. We call them fanny packs in America. Very well aware that that's not what they are. Yes, I'm very well. Oh, I just noticed Janice talking about it, but I would kill to know what was in here, and I would love to have the contents. Seriously. Let's see, is there anything else? They've got some sort of swimsuit girl here. Now, this is just a mini trivia thing, but this is Nakayama Miho, and this is Nakayama Shinobu. She is her younger sister. Yeah. Yeah, that's 80s more. Okay, I think that's it. Let's see what else we got. Okay, another shot. Nakayama Miho, Asako Yui. Hamada Mari. Hamada Mari, one of my girlfriends, Saori, Shiki Saori, I still talk to her. I would love to be able to hang out with her more and more. I had lunch with her last time I went to Japan with her daughter. I love Saori. I really, still to this day, really get along well. I could have married Saori. Our first kiss was to this song, Return to Myself. I remember this because it was playing on my stereo and we were kissing, and I want to remember this song. It's Return to Myself. Anyway, that's Nakamori up there. But yeah, I remember that. Still remember that. Oh, the good old days. Oh, Saori-chan. This is a picture of my wife's passport. I believe her photo's getting ready to come right up. This is my wife. You don't really get to see a young photo of my wife, but she looks like those girls that you see like on the posters, like the Red Army posters, like wanted Red Army. But no, look at how cute Yukari is. Oh my God, she's adorable. She's adorable. I miss her so much right now. She's actually in Japan right now. Now, obviously, this is a much younger photo of her. She's 8 years older than me, so she's 50-something now. But look at how adorable she's so adorable. Look at these. This is the thing, you know. Koreans, they always want to get these like foreigner eyes. They want to get these foreigner eyes where they do the double eyelids. I love the Asian eye. Oh my God. If I saw this girl today and didn't know she was my wife, I would be immediately in love with her. She's so beautiful for me. Oh my God. Speaking of Saori, I don't mean to jump from my actual wife to one of my ex-girlfriends. This is Saori. I don't have a photo of her. This is Saori. I bet Saori doesn't even know that I have this photo. I need to talk to her today and have her watch this. But this is Saori. This is at a convention or something. This is Shabu Shabu. And there's my Coke. By the way, there's my Coke. But this is Saori, and I invited her. I got her a job at this company that I was working with because she spoke English really well. She worked for, it was a company called Office Seiwa. It's the guy that was the brother of that Kabuki guy that we just saw. He ran that company. He actually killed himself, I believe. I believe he killed himself or he died of AIDS. There's two things that possibly happened to him, because when I met with the people that I stayed with in Japan, they remembered so many things about me, and they remembered so much detail. The woman, and I have it on video of us talking, but she doesn't remember how he died somehow. So I think it was an embarrassing way of dying, most likely suicide or AIDS, or because you don't talk about those things in Japan. But anyway, wow, didn't mean to go dark. Sorry about that. Here's me at a festival. Oh my gosh, this guy here is Philip. Philip actually became a Chinese interpreter. I remember hearing that. He was a Chinese interpreter. So he became fluent in Chinese. I think I talked to him at one point. Let's do some investigation here. Let's do some investigation on Facebook. I don't know if I have any Philips on my Facebook though right now. F-P-H-I-L up. Philip in my friends. Philip in my friends. Phil Johnson! That's gotta be him. Phil Johnson. Phil Johnson. Is that? It is Philip Johnson. I'm almost sure. Are we friends? We're friends. Let's see. What is Phil about? Well, he's in the military. Mandarin. Chinese Mandarin right there. He was at the Defense Language Institute for Foreign Language. Yeah, this guy. That's him. Right there, that's him. This guy became an interpreter for the military. And that's me, somehow respecting the culture here. And I'm wearing a shirt called Natural Art. This was one of the first things I imported into Japan. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of journalism here. Does Natural Art still exist? They were out of Florida. Natural Art, Florida. Oh, they were a surfboard company. Look at that. I don't remember much of this information. This is it. They still are around. Holy moly. Natural Art. Let's see if that picture matches this logo at all. See, this is the thing. I have such great memories, but yet my memory fails me in the weirdest spots. Natural Art. Look how the N goes up in the L. Look how the N goes up in the L. Products. Do they not have like apparel? It must have been a licensee. That's must have been that where I was Natural Art T-shirts. Surfing. None of these are real. Wow. Okay. Wow, that was a sidetrack. Sorry about that. Back to, was there anything else interesting after this? I don't know. Here we are at the temple. Oops, let me get back to... Okay, here we are at the temple. Okay, this is me as a tour guide. I don't think I have many more photos. I didn't mean to do this, but we're in this particular folder. This is me as a tour guide. We're in the Grand Canyon. And I just remember this girl was so cute. And I really wish I could have met her in a different circumstance. Look at how beautiful she is. Just so beautiful. I was totally thinking she was amazing. But I had 2 different customers. This guy was one of them, I believe. And this was like another family that we met. Yeah. Okay. This was... This is something someone wrote in my yearbook that I brought to Japanese school. This kid here. Kosaka Takayuki. He wrote this. I've been meaning to call people from my yearbook. I do have some of their phone numbers. I used to always say these words. They used to love to hear me say these words because it was like what they would hear in movies. This girl, I think her name was also Yoshiko. I don't remember why I know this girl. I think I met her on a ferry boat ride or something. There's another Osaka Yui shot. This is my wife. Very young picture of my wife. Somehow I have this and I scanned it. She's on a ski trip with all of her friends. This is, I don't know what year this is. God, she's like 12 here. I don't know. She looks so young here. Oh, there's a straight shot of her passport photo. I just love this photo of my wife. I think we can end with a picture of my wife on the screen. Especially since Sarah said she has to go. George, is this like the thing you need to leave but can't turn away from? You get kind of entranced. Yes. Yes, Janice. You know, I meant to talk about my memory, and then we started talking about memories. So that's what that is. George goes off the rails. Thank you, Mike, for editing this into something interesting. While I have you all here, before I end the stream, anything you want to talk about? There's 82 of us. It's very rare for me to have this many people in my stream. So we'll zoom in on my wife here. She's gonna be watching. I need to make a poster of this. This is so pretty for me. Like, this is my dream girl right here. This little tiny nose, her very serious eyes, her hair, her flowing hair. So beautiful. Janice, thank you. Okay, Nellen says, George, look up Shinken on Jisho and look at the example. All right, let's do this. Shinken. ジョージは勉強に真剣でない。George is not serious about his study. Yes. Also, it's a real sword. That's the other thing that it is. Thank you. マジで私に恋しなさい. This must be some sort of, adult visual novel. Okay. Seriously? Seriously love me. It's a Japanese adult visual novel. Let's just go ahead and do some investigative journalism. Okay. Nothing too risque here. Yes, that's very nice. Very nice. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I will ask you again, Janice says. I will ask you again. How did you meet? I was her tour guide. Let's get her back on the screen. I picked her up at the airport, and I was her tour guide. She was here in Vegas for, I think, 7 days, And I've told this story a lot, but these two girls came. It was her and her friend, and also some older couples were mixed in this group. It was three couples, two married couples, and then these two girls, Yukari and Nobuyo. And I remember I was telling all my jokes on the bus and whatnot from the airport, and these girls did not care at all about my jokes. They didn't care. By the way, I was just want to point out I was this guy. This is the guy. Almost something like that. Met this girl. So we got to the hotel, and I was like selling the tours, and these we go by ourselves, and I was like, screw you not helping me make money. And I sent them to their room, and I gave them their keys, and I got them out of the way so I could sell Grand Canyon tours and night tours and make some commissions off of these remaining 4 people, because I just looked at the numbers. Yeah. And I was getting ready to leave the hotel. It was the Luxor Hotel, and I got a page on my pager, because it was a pager. There wasn't cell phones really back then, and it said 911, call the office. I called the office, and it was these two girls had an emergency in their room. Their luggage had been broken into. They just found out that it had been broken into, and I had to go up and write a report. So I went up, and I'm thinking the whole time, these girls, it's BS. They're just trying to get money from the insurance. I don't trust them at all. I did not like to go. I did not want to go to these girls' room, and I went, and wow, I didn't realize we're gonna tie this story up to me talking about that girl Yoshie in the Roxy bar, but her friend was crying, and I'm so weak to a crying woman, especially a Japanese crying woman. So I felt really bad, really bad. And that's when I knew it was real. And all of their stuff had been, like, all of their jewelry and stuff, not her, but her friend's jewelry had been stolen. And I felt bad. I felt a sense of like responsibility, because this is their first time to America, and this happened to them. So I said, hey, let me treat you to dinner. We'll go to the Hard Rock Cafe. I'll treat you to dinner. And Yukari told me she never would have agreed to that. Like, it's just too dubious for a guy to ask him out like that. But her friend was crying, and she wanted her to forget about the problem. So I, wow, if you realize, I've literally talked about, including my wife now, 5 different girlfriends, I think. We got Yoshie, Noriko, Yoko, Saori. These are the main ones. Unless I'm forgetting anyone major, that's my main history with Japanese girls, the ones that I remember. But yeah, so I took them. I brought my friend Jeremy. We kind of double dated, and then I took them after the Hard Rock Cafe. We went to Sunrise Mountain, which had this beautiful back shot. Like if you go up the mountain a little bit, you could see the entire valley, the Las Vegas Valley. It's just very, very beautiful. And matter of fact, we can actually just quickly take a look at what that would look like. I just want to, we'll make this a full memory. So let's see, view of Las Vegas from Sunrise Mountain. Because nowadays no one goes there anymore. Let's see if we can find. What's a good representation of it? It's kind of something. I don't want to get like a zoomed in shot. I know you guys can't see what I'm showing you. I guess it's kind of something like this. Let's see if we can. Really? I hate the new way Google works where I can't actually view the photo. Right click. There's no like view image. There we go. Okay, so it's like this. Like it's really pretty. It's hard to see in this picture, but we were up there on the mountain, and that's where I first held her hand. First held her hand there, and she said that's where she started liking me, was when I held her hand. So guys, sometimes you got to take the initiative, and you got to hold their hand. By the way, December 14th is my wedding anniversary, and it will be my 23rd wedding anniversary to Yukari. Very, very special for me. So, took her up there, held her hand, was really into her, and the next few days we met more than once. We had dinner, we did different things. I don't remember everything that we did. I actually don't have so many memories of that, but I do remember one movie moment memory where it was like maybe the second or third day, and I wanted to see them again, but they weren't in the room. The room number was like 10018, if I remember correctly, and that's like the 10th floor of the Luxor. And the Luxor has all of these balconies on the inside. It's like this open like atrium, and I was down on the floor that can look up, and I was there at Luxor for some other tour, some other group that day, and I was wondering, oh man, I wish I could see Yukari, and I looked up to where I knew the room was, and they just arrived, and I went, Yukari, and she looked back. That's my movie moment, and then we met again that time. Anyway, long story short, we got married about a year later. But because we've talked about all of the girlfriends, I will say I was dating this girl Yoko that I talked a little bit about earlier. I was dating Yoko at the time. Not that I was faithful at all. I was just like totally crazy with all these girls on tour. But with Yoko, I remember because I did love Yoko a lot. I told Yukari that even though I really do like you, I can't be with you because I love Yoko. Even though I was already like kissing her and whatnot, I felt some sort of obligation to Yoko. So when Yukari left, I told her I can't take your address. I'm not going to take your address because I wouldn't be able to resist. So I didn't get her address. And you might say this was her plan, but I don't think it was. I think it was completely coincidental. She lost her camera on the last day when I was taking them to the airport. She realized midway through that she didn't have her camera. But we couldn't go back to get it because of the airplane times, right? And I had other customers. So I said, I'll mail it to you. And I took her tag. I took her tag off of her suitcase. I wish I could find that. I had her address. So I could call her. It had her phone number and it had her address. And then even on top of that, she was mailing letters to Jeremy. Without her effort, we wouldn't be married, honestly. She was mailing letters to my friend Jeremy. She had his address. And they were addressed to me, and I would read them, and they were just so nice. It was like, I want to play tennis with you. I would love to drive in Hawaii with you, which, by the way, we've never done. Oh, I need to do that. I really miss my wife. She's actually been a very fantastic wife, a very fantastic life partner for me. Just look at these eyes. Very serious girl, but funny. She is so funny. Like no one makes me laugh like Yukari makes me laugh. Yukari is just funny. And if you wanna see a little bit of Yukari, let me get rid of this picture. Yukari is let me get all these pictures up. Let me get rid of all this. Yukari did do a video with me. I know that says French from Zero. I had a French lesson earlier today, and I decorated it that way. If you go to the YouTube for Japanese from Zero, and you go to the Japanese Topics Mania, the very first one. Hello and welcome to Japanese from. Oops, sorry about that. The very first one in Japanese Topics Mania is her, my Japanese wife. So let's Hello and welcome to Japanese Topics Mania. I'm George Trombley, and today you'll see that there is no one on the set. This is indeed the very first show of the relaunch, Japanese Topics Mania Max Ultra. And today we have a special guest, someone who has never ever been officially on a show where we're talking like this situation. It is my wife, Yukari. By the way, I have already received questions from members of YesJapan.com or Japanese from Zero in the Discord chat room. But I wanted to make an announcement today of the new Patreon that I'm setting up. The reason why I'm setting up the Patreon, though, is not for the money grab. It is for a place to put things that I don't think have value on the channel and to get incentive to do those things. For example, the live streams that I do, I always delete them right away because I don't think they have any place. This just became Polyglot George. Honestly, this just became Polyglot George. That's all. I don't really do Patreon as much as I should. The live streams get listed up there that are unlisted, but I really haven't utilized Patreon for what it should be utilized for. I'm waiting for when I get to 100,000 on Japanese, and then Japanese from Zero. I'll probably get rid of the Patreon and just do sponsorships on YouTube. Mini original.
結婚してどれくらいですかとかって聞かれて、いやまだなんか2ヶ月ですとか言うと、じゃあまだほやほやですねって言われるね。And Chie from the George vs. Chie show.
だいたいうちのお父さんといつ会ってくれんの？
お父さんか。いや最近忙しくて。
ほらまただよ。 ジョージはいっつもそうやって逃げるよね。逃げてばっかり。
That is going to be hosted. The live stream of that will be hosted solely for members of Patreon. My wife's in here somewhere. And the show itself will go up on YouTube, so don't have to worry about that. It will be there. But Patreon members will get behind the scenes as we do it. Basically, if you want more behind the scenes, that's what you're going to do on Patreon. There's no need for you to actually go to Patreon, but we have one first goal that I would like to announce. It's the $25 goal, which is a crazy goal that I know we can get within maybe 2 minutes. The first goal is I will eat cat treats with my beautiful cat. Which I did do. I did eat cat food with her. It's one of my greatest videos, but not many people have seen it. Just for the record, not many people have seen this. Eventually, my wife is going to show Patreon, up. Which we know will... See, Chia is cute, but man... Goals will have bigger things that we'll do. She didn't show up, so I kind of got really pissed off at her, and I vowed to never work with her again. Please, prepared. I'm pulling them off of VHS right now so that we can do them for bigger goals, which have not been set yet. All right. That being said, today... A little bit of ASMR coming up here with my wife. She's on the microphone, another microphone. Take your question, which will be on the screen. I will then translate that question to my wife, who does not speak English very well, and then she will respond back in Japanese, and I will translate. You can watch this entire video. Let's see. It's on the channel. She does not want to be on camera, so she will not be on camera. Trust me, I am not forcing her to not be on camera. She does not want to be on camera. All right, so welcome to Questions with Yukari. じゃあ最初の質問は、まずごめんなさい、挨拶を。
こんにちは、おはよう、こんばんは、ゆかりです。
はい。私たちは結婚して何年ですか？今21年目に入ってます。
だそうです。
We've been married, we are in our 21st year of marriage. I met her when I was 21. Okay, so first question. じゃあ最初の質問いいですか？
はい。
Did your opinion of foreigners change after you met George? ジョージに会ってから外国人の意見が変わりましたか？
基本はあんまり変わんないですね。なぜかというと、ジョージは外国人って感じじゃなかったから。もうペラペラだったからね、日本語が。
So her opinion didn't change because George is basically not like a foreigner because his Japanese is he was already fluent in Japanese. So I'll ask a follow-up question. All right, look, we don't have to watch that, but yeah, Zet Horse, you're right. That's not Yukari, that's Estonia Scott. It's so funny because that was the auto caption contest that we did, and somehow me introducing my wife Yukari became famous tennis player or something like that, Estonia Scott. But where'd her picture go? I want her picture up when we say goodbye here. I want her to be looking at me. Seriously, I need a t-shirt with Yukari's picture on it. Don't you think that'd be sweet? And Alex, and I did see what you guys said. And I think that's an excellent idea. I should book a trip to Hawaii with my wife. Most likely it'll have to be with my entire family. But yeah, I should do that. Because actually, that's 5 months away. 24th wedding anniversary. Wait, 23rd wedding anniversary. So I'll let you know. We'll get some tissue box videos out of that at least. All right, guys, that's all I had. I can't believe there's 80 people watching. I haven't done anything special today. I'm so sorry that I really have to start naming my streams this way. People do respond to this sort of thing. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you another day. This evening, there might be some Japanese from Zero Book 5 work done. I'm not sure. If there is, it will probably be streamed theoretically. Brought to you by Tissue Box Channel. I'll see you guys later. Bye. じゃあね. Thanks for coming.